Do you think Glory missed an opportunity to get eyes on their product with not having Goldberg fight? Now, for those who don't know, Bill Goldberg is a huge kickboxing fan, obviously former WCW and WWE champion. Well, it was the WCW belt in WWE, but same difference.
Yeah.
And he started doing promotional work for Glory, commentating, this and that, because he's a big combat sports fan. He owns a Muay Thai gym. Apparently, he was in talks with Glory to have a, I guess, quote, exhibition fight or something like that. And the idea was to use his name value to get eyes on the product. And in fact, one point, I think the rumor was him versus Alberto Del Rio when he was not in WWE. But that didn't come to be. And as you were talking about getting attention to some of these fighters, and they're not on Good Morning America, they're not on Sports Center, this and that. Well, WWF obviously did the same effect with the Rock and Wrestling Connection in the 80s and Mike Tyson in the 90s. Get a mainstream name to your show so you can show the rest of the audience who tunes in because of that. Hey, look, here's what we're all about. Bellator doing the same thing with their freak show fights like Kimbo and Ken and then Kimbo and Dada. That was talked about on MMA Insiders a lot, how the preceding shows after that did some higher numbers to a lessening wave week after week, but still it was higher than average. So do you think that they missed the boat with Goldberg? Would it take something like that?
No, because they were still using him. Like, I think he was a backstage reporter for them. So his name was there. Like, they were still using his name as he was working with them. Then also too, I think he was an in-ring interviewer for them as well. Like,
but
he would get in
there's
the
a
ring.
big difference between that and Goldberg's going to have a kickboxing fight.
True. I mean, that is true. But then also too, you got to think about with like you brought up Bellator. Now, before they were doing the fights, they were doing what they call their fan fest. So you would get a Hoist Gracie showing up.
Wanderlei.
You know, like those guys, even a Fedor. You know, like that's using their names, but they're not fighting. They're just hanging out, signing autographs, taking pictures with you, which is why I think Glory was really kind of doing the same thing with Goldberg's like, hey, Bill Goldberg's going to be here. You know, why don't you guys come check it out?
Yeah, but Bellator put Tito and Stephan Bonner in the main event of their show and did the biggest number to date from that. So I'm saying, don't you think it would need something like that, not just Goldberg holding a microphone?
They did big numbers without that. Like, I think
like if they did Jean-Claude Van Damme against somebody, you don't think that would do a huge number?
I mean, I'm sure people would tune in. Like, say, like people like they like the weird stuff, as I guess you want to say, or the freak fights, you know. But Glory was trying to do it like a legit sport, you know, like saying like you bring the person in, use them in a different way, but they don't have to get in the ring. But then also too, I want to say, I think when Goldberg was with them, I think they might have been under different ownership, because I don't think John Franklin, who's now their CEO, I don't think he was on board, like, or should I say he wasn't at his level that he is now. So maybe it could have been different when they were changing things. Because I know before, when they were first on Spike, they were doing real good numbers. Like, I think Glory 13, I think was like their highest thing, their highest fight. And I think, of course, who was on it? Nikki Holtzkin. So which is why I think they were really trying to pump Nikki Holtzkin as the big star.
Could the next big star for Glory be Joshu Brandon Cuttino?
Yeah, it definitely could be, man. If they come hollering at me, man, yo, the mechanic is always ready to do work.